everybody? Thanks for tuning into My Nerd View. I am Joel Guevara and I have my buddy with me, Brian Houston. We are going to be sipping on a different type of beer today rather than our normal craft beer IPAs. We actually have Blue Moon. We came across this last week. The reason we didn't film is because we were drinking a little too much. But last week we had this here. It is from Blue Moon. It is the Brewmaster Seasonal Sampler. There are 6 different beers on here. Today we are going to sample 2 of them. It's going to be the Horchata Ale and the Pumpkin. I know that normally my MO is IPA. What is yours?
IPA.
IPA?
Yeah.
And stouts for the most part. But we are going to try to switch it up here. This is more for people that if you're going to throw a party, I think this is a really good package to buy because everybody can grab something different that probably fits everybody else. One more thing, we are going to be at the Long Beach Comic Con tomorrow, and if you have a chance, you know, if you're going out there getting comics signed or just going out there to get some issues or anything, and you see us up there, make sure to say what's up. So let's go ahead and get to our first part, which is going to be our look. First beer we ended up pouring out is the Cinnamon Horchata. It has an 84 rating on Beer Advocate. It is a spice beer at 5.5% ABV. It poured out at a very yellowy color. It looked like Coors Light to me. Kind of creamy off-white head, and it didn't have very much lacing as well. Now the second of the 2 beers out of the variety pack that we poured out is the Pumpkin Ale. It is a 71 rating on Beer Advocate and 5.7% alcohol level. It poured out, in my opinion, a darker reddish, or I even say orangey color, creamy off-white head that's a little bit more thicker. It's more sudsy at the same time, a lot more carbonation. So you can see by the video, it has a good looking color to it. So let's go into our next segment, the smell. Do the honors first. What do you think it smells like?
Alright, let me check. First of all, I just got a note. Take a look at that. It does look like a soda. It looks like a grapefruit soda or something.
You getting the cinnamon in there?
Yeah. It's oddly citrusy. It's not something I would think of with the horchata. But I do definitely smell a little bit of cinnamon, kind of milky. I don't know. It tastes like old beer.
It smells like old beer?
Yeah.
Let me go and try mine. It's the pumpkin.
It smells like old beer.
You are getting a little bit of malts. You do get... It's a light pumpkin. I thought it would be a little bit stronger than what I'd be smelling right now. Oh, there it is. It took a little bit longer. Yeah, it's spicy. It's got the spices of the pumpkin in there. It actually smells really good. I would light a candle to this one and let it aroma in the house or so. But enough sniffing. Let's go ahead and get to my favorite part. I'm pretty sure it's yours. Let's go ahead and get into the taste. The reaction right there. What do you think?
I gotta try it again. Hold on. You know what? It tastes like a Blue Moon.
But it does have, at least I've had it before, it has a little bit of hint of the horchata afterwards. It sits on your tongue afterwards, right?
Yeah, it's oddly it does have a creamy mouthfeel, which you wouldn't get that by looking at it because it looks watery, but it really lingers. You kind of, it's not overpowering for sure. Definitely has a Blue Moon-esque flavor. There's still the citrusiness and you can taste a little bit of the cinnamon. But it's a little odd. It's a bit much. I don't think I could eat or drink
much more of that one?
Much more of that.
Let's get into mine. I have the pumpkin ale. Like I said, it had the spices and pumpkin malt flavor and smell. Smelling it once again. The carbonation that I said, you do have more carbonation to it. It does have the pumpkin spices that sit on there afterwards. It's a very like a Pop-Tart, prickly kind of aftertaste in there. The way it sits in your mouth.
Prickly like a Pop-Tart.
Yeah, it's almost like if you took a look at the color, it has that red, like a Jeremiah red color. It has that same taste as well, but you get a little bit of the pumpkin spices in addition to it. So I guess if I had to give my opinion on both of them, I've had this one as well. I would say this is a little bit better, but not by much. This one is it's an okay beer, but I mean, like I said, there's 4 other beers to go inside the package as well. If you're at least a Blue Moon fan, it's worth trying it out. Maybe you could do just like they do with Blue Moons. They put oranges in there and see if that changes the flavor any.
Maybe a cinnamon stick.
Maybe
something.
It has that to be extra cinnamon on there.
Yeah, I mean it. I don't know. Something.
What's your verdict on that one?
I personally, I mean, just because I'm not an alcohol abuser, I will finish this beer, but I wouldn't want to finish this beer
on normal circumstances.
On normal circumstances.
Okay, I understand that.
I don't know. I mean, you know what?
What do you like? Regular Blue Moons? Will you drink a Blue Moon?
Oh yeah,
regular
Blue Moon.
So
yeah,
he said it's very similar to
it's
regular.
Very
Blue
similar to regular.
It just
Blue
has
Moon.
a horchata aftertaste.
Like a Blue Moon just is off, a little, just not quite right. Like somebody spiked your Blue Moon is what it tastes.
Or they dropped horchata inside your Blue Moon. Yeah. Once again, we'll be at the Long Beach Comic Con. This is not necessarily what we'll be sipping on all weekend, but we do have the rest. The Blue Moons and Apple Cinnamon actually is pretty good if you have the chance to try that one. Once again, this is a 5.5% alcohol. This is a 5.7. Wow. This had an 87 rating on Beer Advocate, and this had about a 74. So, you know what? You take it as it is. Thanks for checking out My Nerd View. Once again, I'm Joel Guevara, and this is...
I'm Ryan.
Ryan, and we out!